The administration is also freezing more than $2 billion in grants and $60 million in contracts intended for Harvard University.
The decision comes after the Ivy League school said it won't comply with the administration's demands to limit activism on campus. Harvard says that would violate First Amendment rights. President Trump has threatened several colleges with funding cuts. Harvard was the first elite university to rebuke the White House over the demands. Trump administration officials said there's nothing they can do to bring back a man wrongfully deported to a prison in El Salvador, despite a Supreme Court order.
Yeah, the country's president says he's not bringing the man back either. Fox's Connor Hansen reports.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
At a White House meeting between President Trump and El Salvador's President Nayib Bukele, the two leaders were asked about the case of Kilmar Abrego Garcia. The Supreme Court has ruled the Trump administration must facilitate Abrego Garcia's return. The White House insists that is now out of its control.
That's up to El Salvador if they want to return him. That's not up to us.
An earlier court order prevented Abrego Garcia from being sent back to his home country, citing fears of gang persecution. But President Bukele says he has no plans of returning him to the U.S.
How can I smuggle a terrorist into the United States? I don't have the power to return him to the United States.
President Trump even raised the possibility of sending American citizens who commit serious crimes to El Salvador's notorious prison.
I'm all for it. If it's a homegrown criminal, I have no problem.
Critics say the Justice Department lacked evidence against Abrego Garcia, who's married to a U.S. citizen.
This is an innocent man who's done nothing wrong, and the government admitted that they made a mistake in sending him. And there's no excuse for dragging their feet anymore.
A Maryland judge has requested daily updates on Abrego Garcia. The next hearing is scheduled for Tuesday. In New York, Connor Hansen, Fox 4 News.
President Trump is turning over control of a strip of federal land to the Defense Department known as the Roosevelt Reservation. The corridor runs through New Mexico, Arizona, and California. A section in New Mexico could serve as an Army installation where troops can detain any trespassers. Federal law prohibits service members from being used in domestic law enforcement on American soil. The administration argues U.S. troops could be used in this capacity because it would be considered a military base. It's something that will likely face court challenges. Semiconductors made in China are now exempt from the Trump administration's steep tariffs.
The White House clarified yesterday that the exemption is temporary. Upcoming tariffs on semiconductors could include products like phones and computers. The U.S. is also a major producer of semiconductors, but only for certain products. Advanced chips are mostly imported from Taiwan. China is now presenting itself as a source of stability and certainty amid President Trump's trade war. This week, Chinese President Xi Jinping is touring several countries in Southeast Asia. He will visit Vietnam, Malaysia, and Cambodia by the end of his trip. The Chinese president is now pushing to reduce tariffs and establish free trade between the nations, many of which were impacted by President Trump's tariffs last week.